Thank you, Lydia. And we also want to look into the structure of the training for a moment. We have certain pillars prepared and structured for you to really have the best outcome of the training. So one aspect are those videos we're just doing here. So you can watch those videos. It's a whole database, and we try to, as you already figured, we try to make them as accessible and short as possible, that you can, wherever you are, you can just kind of like snippets you can digest for the moment. And this database is completely organized in the so-called Thinkific learning platform. The Thinkific learning platform is sequenced in a number of modules for the immersion and also for the teacher training. So you access the immersion and you access the coaching training differently. So what we have there is, you're gonna see the video, and I think you already figured that underneath the video there is a description, like kind of a summary of the video, what it's about. And so you can, even if you don't have the time to look into the video, you can really go through like the text and see, this is about, so you can make notes already, or this I keep for later, this I do now, and so on. Of course, we encourage you to watch all the videos, like many times maybe even, but it's not really necessary. You find your way, what Lydia said already, right? So you find your best way to access, also in your style of study and your style of personality. And so we do that together with the live sessions. The live sessions are once a month, usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's also a bit organized for people who have a job from 3 to 6 on Friday. Usually also organized for people who have families. So we're not going after 2 o'clock on a Sunday. And then the Saturday is safe. So we also encourage you here to really keep that as a sacred space, to really retreat into the training, into the immersion, into the coaching training. And try to not to do too many things, to meet too many friends, so it prevents from oversharing, right? And so we try to really keep that sacred. So that's not only a recommendation, it's also something I figured in my own trainings. I was like always like doing so like at the side, let's say, but it didn't work. So it's really sometimes so intense. So it's really good to have that really carved out in your schedule, block it, and then you're safe. When we go into those live sessions, you'll see that we have a lot of emotional work. Lydia will talk about it later. And on the other hand, you can do the videos I just talked about, the Thinkific learning platform, database, videos you're watching now. You can do those before the live sessions, you can do those after the live sessions. So that brings a lot of flexibility into the whole game, because you can then choose, okay, this month I can do it before, this month I have to do both. So it's kind of like you see where you at. So good advice here as well, as Lydia said already. So you want to have this really the time for study, the ritual also, to carve out the time, and then you stay with it. So like from my own experience, I wrote a book, it's 270 pages, and people ask me, like, how do you do that? But I just did a very simple thing. The first thing in the morning, I got up at whatever, 7, 8, whatever, and then I sat down and said, okay, do 1 page. So, and usually it would go like 1, 2, 3 pages. So, and that's how it then works out. So then you can write a book, because you just sit down every morning. So if you do that, like with our training, so you just sit down like on a Wednesday, on a Friday, on a Sunday or something like that, and you just start with some videos. I just want to watch one video, and then you will see in no time you will have watched like 5 videos, because they're also sometimes interesting, right? So, and also we have that background here always in the video. So I know from my other trainings that's usually very encouraging. Green and sun, what else do you wish for? So those are 2 pillars of the training, which gives a structure. So one is, again, the database, the Thinkific learning platform with all those videos, hundreds of them. The second part is the Zoom live call, where we have Zoom live calls. And the third one is the so-called WhatsApp group, where we really encourage you also to exchange your needs, your whatever you think. Yeah, sometimes it gets a bit very bilateral, let's say. Yeah, then one is talking to the other. Maybe then you move into a private chat for that. Yeah, but anything universal, and we encourage you to share.